I would file this under problematic TV shows.
Yes.
And TV that would not be made today.
Yes.
And I watch it thinking this must be, late 80s, early 90s. I checked it. It was made in 2003.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is absolutely mad.
The early 2000s is a far odder time than you think.
Honestly,
I'd
I
watch it
feel
now,
because
though.
I feel like we're still in about that era. I feel I'm about that age. Obviously, I know I'm not, but I because of like existential midlife crises. And this show was rightly panned by critics and animal rights groups, and I presume quite a large part of the sort of dwarf community. I think
I assume the dwarf episode was the problematic one.
Oh, was there one of those as well?
Yeah.
That's nice.
So I think I first saw it when I was absolutely faced when I got home from the pub in my mid-20s. And at that time I thought, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. So it's a series of events where an athlete, not necessarily of that much repute, but someone who's good at what they do.
College standard
they're probably,
NCAA.
Yeah, they're training. They want to be in the Olympics one day. Yeah. Take on an animal at an event that the animal would perhaps be good at, right? Yes. So not
Draft.
So the first thing you
Cluedo.
There's a series
in the
of
jungle with a
100...
banana again.
So there's a sprinter who takes on a giraffe and then a zebra.
Great sentence.
It's Sean Crawford who later wins an Olympic silver medal.
He wins Olympic silver, amazing, right? So he an interview, first of all he races. The best thing about this whole thing, right?
Yes.
Is at no point does anybody reference. The commentators take it so seriously, and at no point do they reference. No one else, but at no point do they reference that the humans all have one distinct advantage over the animals: is they know it's a competition. At no point do they reference it. There is a hang tough between a gymnast and an orangutan.
Yes.
And the orangutan gets disqualified for they hold the
Is this a whole series?
Mate, if you haven't watched the bear eating hot dogs against Kobayashi, you have not. While Michael Buffer commentates on it, you have not lived. It is remarkable. I was late for a meeting, an important university meeting today, because I was watching a bear eat hot dogs.
So the hang tough is gymnast who is called what's he called? Marshall, right?
Okay.
Marshall Irwin, and he is taking on Bam Bam, the 5-year-old orangutan. Right? The host reads out the rules, the detailed rules about where you have to hold. You're allowed one. You have to have one hand on the bar at any time. Yes. And then 6 minutes in, Bam Bam makes an illegal move by just scampers across the bar and holds onto the side of it because he's an orangutan.
No, because
he doesn't know the rules.
He's a cheat.
Well, the commentator says. The commentator says Bam Bam tried everything in the orangutan book there. And then afterwards they talk to the orangutan's coach. Who's the orangutan's hang tough coach? Who says I just gave him some I gave him some peppermint candy, to try and take his mind off things, but my strategy broke down. Fair play to the coach. Takes it on the
drinking some ginseng tea to get through his drug test.
So you've got the sprint where the Sean
that'd be fun. You're going to run a giraffe by the looks of things.
Well,
obviously animal for a race.
I was expecting the giraffe to do really well.
Were you?
But giraffes, they're easy to race against.
Well, the thing is, I think if the giraffe had really got its head on, it'd have won.
The giraffe stumbles.
But again, the giraffe stumbles and also doesn't know it's a race.
Crucially, it's a giraffe.
Crucially, doesn't know it's a race.
You open the gate, he just goes, what?
So Sean Crawford, then Carl Lewis interviews Sean Crawford. Carl Lewis.
Yeah.
And Carl Lewis treats the race with the reverence he would usually reserve for the Olympics
like a Diamond
or the
League.
World Championships.
It is a Diamond League. And the Diamond League would be better if it was like this. I'll be honest with you. And
so then...
Go on.
Crawford then takes on a zebra and he gets absolutely smashed by the zebra.
We call Ziggity or something.
Yeah.
Don't have the zebras.
Yeah, like Zibbity the zebra or something. Yeah.
Then he complains the zebra makes a false start. The official starter then declares it is a false start.
Without a hint of
Yeah.
But completely straight as well.
Yeah.
The zebra should know. And actually, fortunately, 2003, you could have one false start and not be disqualified.
Yeah,
now,
this is
of
true.
course.
Yeah,
you know, one false start,
Zebra's
and you're
out.
out.
Yeah.
So they re-race. Again, the zebra is really fast and beats the human, right? The Tug of War. I don't know what's your favourite, Ellis? Have you seen the Tug of War?
I've only seen the zebra and the giraffe.
The Tug of War with the sumo wrestler and the
32-year-old sumo wrestler versus a 13-year-old female Bornean orangutan.
You're not going to beat an orangutan for strength.
No way.
Well, you don't need to watch it.
They tie a rope around the sumo wrestler, and then this orangutan is just sitting on a plinth, just like really, like they just, they don't have great posture. I would say just stare, whatever. Somebody ties a rope around.
Watching Cat in the Attic.
Right? Yeah, basically. Could be doing anything.
Watching Cat in the Attic.
Just just picking her fingernails, whatever. And then the official starter, and they say is doing the official sumo start. So there's a guy in like Japanese dress with one of those sort of like a board. Yeah, that sort of thing. He's got a board with like with the Japanese writing. And when he lowers that is the official time for the Tug of War to start. Again, no one references that it's unlikely the orangutan realises this is the official start of a Tug of War competition with the sumo wrestler, right?
Yeah.
So basically, the sumo wrestler starts really pulling, and the orangutan's just sitting there going, "Oh, well, this is," doesn't really notice, and eventually feels something is tugging on her waist. So he finds this rope and just looks at it and goes, "Oh," just pulls it. Just the sumo wrestler falls into this massive vat of mud. And now we get onto the hot dog eating.
The hot dog is the best.
Michael Buffer introduces it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What's Michael Buffer doing there? So Kobayashi is a champion hot dog eater. He's taking on a 1,089-pound Alaskan bear. Right? So they've both got basically like a bunch of Frankfurters like just in front of them. Okay. Now Kobayashi is a champion hot dog eater. He's got some water there.
Human.
Yeah, it's human.
Yeah.
Right now, the competition starts when the bear first touches the hot dog. Right? Right. When he eats the first hot dog, it starts. So there's the bear's sort of sniffing around but not doing much, and eventually he just takes a hot dog. And so Kobayashi's going for it, like two in, two
double
water,
hot dog,
two
snapped in half.
Yeah, he's got real tactics. They talk a lot
swallowing,
about
just straight down.
Oh yeah.
I think he has to chew them, but he is.
Have you seen Bevo?
What's a Bevo?
No.
Are you all aware of Bevo?
What is Bevo?
I'm not aware of Bevo.
Bevo is an Arsenal fan from East London or Essex who can swallow curry without chewing it.
Wow.
And he's become a minor TikTok star for ordering
any curry.
Like he'll order like a chicken madras, and he'll
just down it.
He basically downs it like it's soup. It's incredible to watch.
Wow.
I don't know.
But
so Kobayashi is very much the Bevo of his era, I imagine. And so anyway, so he's really going for it. The bear's not really that bothered. And then the bear just goes, I'll just eat all these
fucking hot dogs.
Wolfs down the hot dogs in about 2 minutes. And at one point, the commentator says,
Kobayashi.
obviously, eats everything. Eats Buffer.
I'll be all obviously my hot dogs, all your hot dogs, and you.
Actually, this is the only moment where a commentator says he doesn't know it's a competition. That is, he does. It's the only time it's
an acknowledgement.
There's an acknowledgement, and I think it's they don't take out the edit by mistake. And then
where they've gone wrong with this, by the sounds of it, right?
Go on.
Yeah.
Is they haven't handicapped properly. So
go on.
You're going to lose to a big orangutan, right?
Right.
So work your way up through the animals.
Okay.
Until
So
you get some
what are you
parity.
thinking? Sumo against what?
Well, I don't know, like a big dog, like a Great Dane or something, or
Shetland pony.
They did.
You don't start with a bloody big orangutan, do you?
No.
Shooting Stars did this, didn't they? Where it was a final round where Mark Lamar stood on a chair with a shield and Vic and Bob on a wire would throw down animals of increasing size.
I was pretty pissed watching that one.
Oh yeah.
And I think it was a bear. He saw off like a big dog, like a taxidermied dog, and like it was quite a boom. And then they brought the bear up, and you can see Lamar just like crack up, and this bear just takes him out.
But like in the race,
Anyway.
I mean, a zebra's a stripy horse for all intents and purposes, isn't it? It's going to be fast.
Yeah, it's a good point.
You don't race a horse.
No, the commentator does say, obviously the bear has a very different approach to eating. Because it's a bear.
I mean, it's a clash of cultures.
It is, isn't it?
It's Pep versus Klopp.
So then is the most problematic, which is a 4x1 100-metre relay of 4 dwarves taking on a camel. Okay. It's just, you're like, how is this?
I'm watching this.
2003. Yes.
Are these all the same clip? I only saw the one clip.
No, they're all in a playlist.
Oh, playlist.
Right on.
The commentator says the camel is a notoriously slow starter. That's what they say. So the four humans are, they are all in their, leotards, and the first one's on blocks. He goes off, absolutely storms out. The camel is just going for a walk because he's a camel, and no one has explained to him that he's taking on 4 people in a 4x100 metre relay.
Yeah.
The first baton hand over, the camel starts jogging along. As he gets to the third athlete, the camel is overtaken.
Yeah.
But the fourth human is absolutely rapid.
Yes.
Insane how
really
fast.
Yeah.
And it's a photo finish. And then the commentator says, whose chest crosses the line finishes first. So then the camel has an unfair advantage because it has an enormous chest. But it is within 0.2 of a second. I mean, I am spoiling it, I guess. 0.2 of a second. And then they get 44 dwarves to try to see who can pull a jumbo jet 25 yards quicker. 44 small humans.
This couldn't have been at Christmas time.
It's an Asian elephant in a harness or 44 people. It's called The Jewel in the Desert, and they bring in expert analysis from Jules Sylvester. How is anybody an expert in this?
An expert in that particular thing.
In that particular field?
I don't know. They study anything at university these days, Max.
They probably do a course in it.
Yeah, they probably do a course in another pointless course.
But so I picked it mainly because I've never been. There's no real space for me in any of my broadcasting outlets to talk about this.
I'll put it on yours.
It felt right to put it on this.
Interesting story. You've mentioned camels and giraffes in the same clip.
Okay. Yeah.
The ancient Romans, when they first got to Africa,
called
giraffes camelopards. They thought they were crushing camels and leopards.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Here's an interesting fact as well. In 2003, ITV commissioned Granada Productions to recreate the American special for British audiences. A 6-part series was filmed, hosted by John Fashanu, of course.
Of course it was.
Please. Aruga.
Owing to heavy lobbying by animal rights groups, transmission of the series was postponed indefinitely. So it is there.
Right.
Gone mad.
Not only is it there, but a spokeswoman for ITV at the time denied the move was because of criticism of the show. It was purely a scheduling decision, Max.
Right, okay.
We absolutely do not agree that the show is unfair to animals, said ITV.
So it got made.
It was a scheduling decision, and we will reschedule it at a later date.
Wow. So we're still waiting, but that's
an
still in
article
the
from
pipeline.
22 years ago.